All right, so today we're out here on a 2005 Explorer, so it's a little older vehicle, but I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough on this Autel MS906TS just to see what its capabilities are on this vehicle. So we're out here, we're just going to do the typical deal where I'm going to go through the, the main active test and functions that this thing has. So I'm here at the main page, or what I call the main page, and the first thing I see is this programming. So we're going to go to that just to see what it has. So what we have under programming, Programmable Module Installation, PMI. So on a lot of these Fords, whenever you replace a module, you have to program it for it to be able to work with the vehicle. In most cases, what you do is before you remove the old module, for instance, we'll just take the ABS module. You would hit ABS before you remove the old module. It would download the configuration information from that module to the scan tool. Then you would replace the module, and then you would re-upload the information that it downloaded to the scanner would be re-uploaded to the new module so that it would be configured for this vehicle. And it looks like we have ABS module, the TPMS module, the VSM, EATC, DSM, and HEC. So, and for 2005, that's a very good, it's good selection to be able to program just about any module that you're going to be replacing on this vehicle. If you hear that noise, we got some nice rain taking place out there, so that's where that noise is. Programmable parameters. I'll go ahead and click service. Normally I don't click service, but I'll go ahead and do that. We'll just do body. Security, restraints. Not sure exactly what service, is there's braking and suspension. We're just going to go ahead and go in. Of course, you got your hot function. Hot function is just a quick menu to get to, get to where you need to be. If you're going to bleed the brakes, bam, you can bleed your brakes. The oil reset, if you're going to program another key, that sort of thing. So we're going to go into diagnostic. I'm going to hit control unit, and we're just going to go down through the different control units. First one's going to be PCM, and the first thing, so the active test is, the typical stuff here, pretty much all scanners are going to have. The live data, you have to get into a little bit higher scanner than just a code reader. Code reader will give you your read codes and erase codes. Once you go to that next step, you get your live data. So if you're going to be troubleshooting a vehicle, you do need live data. And then of course your higher end scanners such as this one, you've got active test to where you can actually run test on different systems. So I'll let this load up. I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera so you don't have to sit there and wait for it. Sometimes it can take a little while. Okay, so we got 2 pages noted by the 2 dots down here. Anti-theft indicator, I'm not going to read them all off, but you can kind of sit there. I'll give you a couple seconds to kind of take a look. Fuel pump. And this is stuff like if you needed to activate the fuel pump, you can do that. You can click on the fuel pump icon there, and it will get you to a page to where you can energize the fuel pump while you're, maybe you're out under the hood, you got a fuel pressure gauge hooked up or whatever, and you can energize that fuel pump. Idle air control, evap solenoids and vent valves and stuff. Spark advance. So there's the 2 pages, torque converter control. The 2 pages here that you can, that's got the active test under the PCMI, or PCM I mean. Now we'll go to ABS. Okay, we've got active test. Now, another thing that you need to know, this ECU information, that I'm going to go ahead and click on that because I don't normally do that, but that gives you the part number to the actual ECU. And for like let's go back one. I'll go ahead and do PCM again, and we're going to do that because a lot of times, now it's not really doing it on this one, but a lot of times it'll give you software numbers too. You know, if you needed to know what, let's see, where was we at? No, yeah, ABS. If you needed to know what software version that you had to see if you needed to upgrade your software, or if there was an update for the software, that's where you'd look at that, under that ECU information. Okay, so here's the active test for the ABS. You got your hydraulic pump motor, so you can activate the actual pump motor itself. Of course, you got your all four of your different valves. That way, you know, if you're suspecting a bad inlet valve, for instance, you can activate that to see if it's actually working. Okay, all we got here is just live data, of course, read codes, erase codes, and ECU information. Not all modules have active test or anything like that, so keep that in mind. Now, this is not a four-wheel drive. I'll go ahead and click it, but it's probably, yeah, unable to communicate. So if it was a four-wheel drive, then you'd have, you know, that option there. DCM, not sure exactly what some of this stuff stands for, but EATC. Whenever it says unable to communicate, that just means that this vehicle does not have the that option. Whenever it was built, did not have that option. So it's, you know, there's no module there for it to you know, communicate with. So we got a couple pages here. Of course, four-wheel drive, low indicator if it had four-wheel drive. Brake lamp, check engine. Fuel gauge indicator. Looks like 2 pages. Voltmeter pointer, so you can check the instrument cluster, you know, the indication. Oops, what did I do? Fords are usually pretty good about having quite a bit of options. Like I say, this is, you know, the older one that normally I do, you know, newer vehicles than this, but some people might want to know what, you know, what these scanners are capable of on an older vehicle. Parking lamps, headlamps, horn, just the 1 page on that. And that's about it. Now, I did notice, unless I missed it on here, whenever we went back to hot function, it had program a key. So, I mean, it looks like the programming that you are able to program the key. Most Fords, I've had good luck with that, with these tools. I've been able to program keys without a problem on these Fords. So, not sure what suspension, ride height calibration, throttle, body, and oil reset for the hot functions. But anyway, that's probably about it. That's about all I wanted to really show you. You know, 2005 Ford Explorer. This has the I think the 4-liter V6. I'm not sure if this is the flex fuel or not, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, this is a Autel MS906TS. The BT will be the same, except it won't have the TPMS built-in transmitter and stuff and receiver to program TPMS sensors and stuff. It'll still have the TPMS. It'll still have everything that I just showed you right here. The BT and the regular 906 will have everything I just showed you, including the TPMS, screen there, the capability to take a look at the live data and all that. So the only thing that this one does have is the built-in antenna for the receiver and transmitter, so that it can communicate with the actual sensors. Anyway, you guys take care.